Feet from Stardom that tells the story of the backing singers behind the big pop hits and some of the world's greatest pop stars. Now, in the classical world, the stars are usually the soloists and the conductors, but the backing singer equivalent, crucial but often unsung, are the section principals and the leader of the orchestra. So who exactly are they and what do they do? Well, Proms Extra took a trip to Scotland to play Follow the Leader.
Leader of the orchestra, it's really the most important job in an orchestra, probably more important than a conductor.
As the leader of the orchestra, I sit at the front of the first violin section, right underneath the conductor's nose, and I'm responsible for interacting with all my different principals, and it's ultimately my role to support the conductor. There is a certain element, I suppose, of discipline in my role, which is thankfully incredibly rare, that I just have to try and quieten people down or bring the focus back, and that's really miserable to do, because you just end up feeling like the cast kind of SWAT at the front.
As a leader, you have to kind of be really inspirational for your own section and for the whole orchestra. One has to be first, of course, a fantastic player, you know, somebody that anybody else next to them can tell, okay, well, this is great playing, so that there is a kind of somewhere to start. And the interaction with the leader and the principals is kind of one of the main things for a conductor.
I personally try to show as much as I can through my body language, because ultimately in a concert situation, that's what you rely on. You need to make contact with people without being verbal.
There's gestures. If you breathe like that, you're going to start, boom. There's physical thing that you can do to show what you want to do, or like little chords, boom, boom, and you kind of do gestures.
It's just about having all those feelers out and trying to work out exactly who you should be listening to at any one point. Sometimes you can just feel that something's about to go a bit awry or things are coming apart slightly, and then it is your responsibility to say, no, this is where. To stick your head above the parapet.
As I get to know my section more, I know which kind of bowings feel good, which work. You might think you've got loads of bow to make a glorious big sound, and somewhere like the Albert Hall often requires you to have a much freer bow, so you may end up then changing that during the rehearsal process, or even changing it on the day of a concert.
When you're sitting in the Royal Albert Hall, like last year we did Mahler 10, and the year before that we did Petrushka, 2 massive flute solos. Petrushka's just, there's no one else playing, and you just play for ages on your own. I mean, I thought I was having a heart attack. My heart was just boom, 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 boom. But I mean, it's incredible as well.
Two years ago, we had the great privilege of having Pekka Kuusisto come and join us at the Proms. He did say beforehand in the rehearsal, I think if I do an encore, I'll do this, and don't worry, you'll just play a drone, it'll be very obvious what you need to do. Actually, I must say that was quite terrifying, because of course he's incredibly relaxed with those sort of things, but I'm certainly not. But actually, I just sort of had to try and play a bit out of tune, and he played so beautifully. What a glorious thing to see so much of the audience involved throughout the hall, and that was really, really special.
Ladies and gentlemen, Laura Samuel.